I've mentioned many times about my healing from pancreatic cancer 10 years ago, and it's very emotional for me, so I don't like to talk about it, but everybody wants to know. When you're 55 years old, the last thing I'm going to be told is by your doctor, oh yeah, we did a colonoscopy on you because you're a combat veteran. And all of a sudden, guess what? We found out you have pancreatic cancer. I go, don't give me that. No, that's the last thing I need to hear. Well, everybody's that way. When you get a bad news, the feeling is, this is not true. This is not happening to me. And of course, being a spiritual person, I never accepted the medical profession's view of the world because, when you're a taxidermist, you see the whole world in taxidermy. When you're a dentist, you see nothing but rotten teeth. While doctors see rotten bodies and cancers. And so I just don't trust them. And stick with me, that helped me in the end. But I kept denying it. And so they did a biopsy. Yeah, you have pancreatic cancer. And they go, okay, now we're going to do a CAT scan. Yeah, CAT scan has a tumor on your pancreas. And each time I said, that's just not true. It's just not me. That's not me. And then they did an MRI, and there it is. And then I had to come face to face with the fear. And that's not a place any human being wants to be, particularly when you're told to believe all the grisly images from the third dimension. They're real. Matter is real. If you put your hand in fire, you're going to be horribly burned. Okay, I can understand that part, but don't tell me I have cancer inside of me when I'm still feeling okay. But that's what they do. Whenever you're told you have cancer, usually you're feeling just fine. And it's a complete shock. What I found out is you have to be face to face with the question of what is life? Is life spiritual or is it material? And thankfully, I had spiritual training all my life, whether through Hindu thought or deep Christian thought. What is the good news of Christ consciousness? That we're all God. Jesus was a yogi. He didn't come here to say he was the only child of God, the only son of God. The good news was we all are the sons of God. And so I fully integrated that. That means I had the power of Jesus because we're all God. We're all connected. There's no disconnection unless you allow there to be this disconnection. I realized I had to go to the power and not to the problem in my thought deeply. I had to deny anything that wasn't the universe of God's love of deity, Christ consciousness, that we're all securely maintained in a place safe from influence. Our beam of life is secure, safe from any other influence. That means disease. You're protected from disease in your spiritual energy coming directly from the source. That cannot be interrupted unless you allow your belief system to accept that interruption of the direct harmony. That means not disease, because dis at ease means disease. Harmony means you're at harmony, you're at ease. And I had to meditate on that. I had to realize that the grisly forms of the third dimension, like time itself, was a mental construct, an illusion. Yes, you can fully accept time. Time is so important. Look, I have a watch. I know it's very important. But is it really? No, there's only the moment. When you're on the other side, certainly you see in the moment, there is the complete and direct beam of energy without which you would disappear from existence. Because you have it, though, you can never lose it. You're all that, you're it. You're not a sick human being in the third dimension, a low center, or someone with no power, dependent upon the random doctors coming through the hospital that week who's going to take all your organs out and sew you back up and put you on insulin. I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to show up for myself with that testimony. I'm going to show up for myself because I love myself fully and I accept the love of the deity fully. I'm going to show up for myself with a different narrative. The narrative is my source of life is the source of life. There can be no interruptions of that unless I allow that in my thought. And so I worked on that over and over again. I went to the power, not the problem. The problem is going to scare you to death. The fear is what kills you in cancer. It's not the supposed what's going on, all the intricate cells that you have no control over mentally in the third dimension. But the beam of energy from the source that's totally harmonious and totally glorious and full of only goodness for your own being to guide you to the light, to manifest your life that you want to have. your highest essence, which is not dying from cancer, but living a glorious life to the fullest of your potential. That's what God's angels want you to do. And they're dancing around us right now. I said, Doctor, thank you. I thank you for your input. I'm not going to do surgeries. This is not me. I'm not going to show up for myself with the cancer. I'm not going to do that. And then a week later, doctor, he was from India. You need to come in and see this because I don't know how to explain it to him on the phone. There was the CAT scan of the tumor 4 weeks ago, and there's the CAT scan of now. He goes, it's gone. I don't know where to cut. I go, good. I don't want you to cut anywhere. But I was overwhelmed with the feeling that, divinity has me. They understand everything about me. They led me to understand I was in complete control of my soul and my life. I am in control of my life. Not doctors, not taxidermists, not funeral undertakers. Nothing evil can overcome Christ consciousness or divinity or source, call it what you want, or the divine love. I don't believe in established religions, gods, because I think they've kept us away from this story, kept us away from this miraculous news that we are all God with the full power of God. And when you go on the other side, you're face to face with a ferocious presence that has no name, has no possible name. It is just all that. And I guess that's why in the Bible, they say, hey man, what's your name? And God goes, I am that I am. And I never understood that until I saw the other side. And I saw that even though I'm a spark of that divinity in the third dimension, the fractals are kind of slowed down and they forgot their source and they forgot their God. I still realize I am all that. Each person watching this, if you're facing cancer, if you're facing a relationship that's gone bad, if you're facing danger and terror, and you're desperately afraid, and the fear is uncontrollable, you have to come and show up for yourself in front of divinity. Say, I am thankful for the healing message. I am thankful for the divine power. I am thankful that I am divine as Source made me divine. You want to identify with Source, with that ferocious power that overcomes all the grisly frights of the third dimension, because in the end, they're just phantoms. They're demons of immateriality. They don't really exist unless we accept their existence. And all you have to do is kiss them and say goodbye. I know you tried to make me the person I was. After all, what do demons and disease and cancer and bad relationships do to you? They force you to go inside. I grew up with horrible acne on my face from age 14 to 21. I was a walking sore. And I realized the only way I could get out of that condition was to kiss it goodbye. And I go, I know you made me from age 14 to 21, the person I am now. And so I can let you go now. Just like I let the cancer go now. Because I know it made me go deep inside. And nothing else could have made me go deep inside. Just don't get stuck and believe in it. And don't let it kill you. Go all the way to the other side. Go so far deep inside of you that you go to the core of your being, your highest essence. And it's pure beauty, love, and divinity. And you have this euphoric power that you can heal yourself and anybody. And there's no negotiation with that. Go to the power, not the problem. And just push through that wall.